Hello, hello, and welcome back to the I Don't Care Anyway podcast. I'm your host, Macy Crofts, and I do not care at all. I actually care so much. It is debilitating. Okay, it is so good to be back. I want to first apologize so much for not being here last week. I had just come back from Washington, D.C. I was there for a full week. I slept literally 2 to 3 hours a night for 5 nights straight. When I came back, I like couldn't even drive. I landed at about 11 a.m. on Monday and I was up all night long the night before and quite literally every night before that. Then I had to drive to go pick up Scully from his sitters, which is about 20 minutes one way. So like 40, 45-ish round trip. And I literally was like, I don't even think I should be driving right now. I mean, I just noticed that my reaction times were really short and I like was slamming on the brakes a lot because I was not adequately slowing down to the car in front of me. I was just so beyond, I don't even know how to describe it, like so beyond trip hungover. I could barely even move. So truly so sorry about that. Do not expect that of me. That will not be happening again. So just wanted to first start with that. Speaking of Scully, so he was at his grandparents for half of the time that I was in DC. And then the second half, he went to a new sitter and they were great. Such great people. Everything went great. But he came back a brat. Like he suddenly forgot how to work on the greenbelt. He forgot that there's lanes. He demanded dinner at 3 p.m. on Wednesday. Look, he has done he eats it like usually 8 and 5. Okay, pretty normal, maybe 9 and 5. And he's demanding dinner out of me at 3 o'clock. So I fed him. I was like, yeah, I'll feed you. And when you're hungry by 9, right before bed, not my problem. You can go to bed hungry. I was being a really mean mom that day. I don't really know why. Um, but since then, he has not asked for dinner at 5 p.m. or I'm sorry, at 3 p.m. And he was just fine on the green belt today. So I just think he needed a couple days. Maybe he was just really mad at me, kind of rebelling a little bit because I was out of town. I think it could have been a really strong combination between those things. So I raised him to be a major brat. So I can't really be acting like crazy surprised when he is a major brat. So I do think I need to like really chill with that because, it's almost like I raise him the way I do, and then I'm like shocked when he acts a certain way. It's like I should not be shocked right now. So, but I had such a wonderful time in DC. We did get rained out of a couple things, which was fine, but um, it changed plans just a couple times, but it really was not the end of the world. But I just want to say that I was born to be a chaperone. I love being a chaperone, especially for like, okay, so I'm 28. I would say like college age students or maybe like junior, senior in high school. Okay, so 16 to like 24, I feel like is where I'm the best chaperone, even though like past 18, they don't need chaperones. But I had like a whole bus full of kids. They were not kids, they were over 18. And I was like, you know what? I think we need a team name. Okay. So I gave us the team name of the Rets, short for cigarettes. So we were the cigarettes, called them the Rets. And I told them I was going to give them all a cigarette and that they had to smoke it. And that's how I knew that they were my kid. When we got to this, we were going to a baseball game. So that's how I'd easily be able to identify people that were on my bus and like my team, the Reds. I did not hand out cigarettes, okay, to a bunch of kids, but it was a metaphorical cigarette. It was a cigarette within their heart. So they knew they were on my team. We all had a cigarette in our heart. And then 2 days later, or like a day later, I'm still at work and this kid walks by me and he's like, "Hey, Macy." And I was like, "Hey," I was just trying to like play it off because I didn't know who it was. And he goes, "The Reds." The Reds stuck with him. And I'm so happy about that. I want to make a lasting impression on the younger generation. And if I can do that with hypothetical or real cigarettes, I'm more than happy to do that. So I was just so happy to see that he remembered me and that's what he remembered me by and that he remembered team name. He remembered the camaraderie from that day. And that's really all you can offer these kids is community camaraderie and cigarettes. It was awesome. On the way back, I turned my bus into a party bus. I can turn just about anything into a party bus or a party limo, a party minivan. I have turned a minivan into a party. I connected my phone to the bus we were on. It had a microphone and it was so funny because on the way there, I was like narrating and sharing like fake facts. Some of them were funny, some of them were stupid. And the bus driver thought I was so funny because of the cigarette thing. This older man, he was probably like 60 something. I'm sure he was retired. Thought I was like so funny, which is fair, right? Like I appreciate that. And then on the way back, there was literally like 50 buses, and I somehow got on the same bus. And I got on the bus. Bus driver sees me. He immediately picks up the mic and hands it to me. Hey, cigarette girl. And he hands me the mic. I was so excited. Hands me the mic, and I was like, let's go. So I put my phone onto the mic, and we did karaoke the whole way home. I would say the hit of the night was Mr. Brightside. And then this led me into a little bit of a Mr. Brightside deep dive. And I found some EDM and house remixes of Mr. Brightside. So good. So good. One of them, gosh, who is it by? I'm gonna pull it up really fast, but it is so incredibly good. I've been listening to it nonstop. I want to do it in my climb class here coming up, but such a good remix. Okay, it's called Mr. Brightside dash Deep House by Houseies. Completely makes sense because it's house. So look that one up. It's so good. And that, and we did Sweet Caroline because we were at a baseball game. It was all so fitting. So it was just so much fun. And we had everyone get their phones out too with the microphone, not the microphones. Oh my gosh, the flashlights. Turned it into a party bus. I made a reel out of it instantly because I just thought it was hilarious. And a couple kids were like, "Oh man, I was on the wrong bus." And I'm like, "You were on the wrong bus. You were." And I appreciate that. I appreciate their energy. But you know what? It's going to tie really well in today's topic, which is how to be a nonchalant baddie. More on that a little bit later. But I can be pretty shameless these days, pretty fearless, if you will. Really doing whatever I want to do. Okay, now before we get into today's topic, I want to cover a couple. Well, first off, we have 2 segments to get through. We're adding on a new segment. I cannot wait for it. We'll get there shortly. A couple small complaints, a couple current events in the news. Okay. I'm a current girly. I'm going to know what's going on in the news. Um, and then get into our segments. Okay. First, small complaint. My sister Sadie, whom I love, shout out Sadie, was like, "Hey, do you want to go see the Odyssey with me?" And it's a Friday. She wants to go see it at 5:30 p.m. on a Friday. First off, that's the middle of the afternoon. So no, I don't. Second, that movie is 3 hours long. I have had it with 3 hour long movies. That's crazy. Okay, that's crazy. The first time I saw a 3 hour long movie in the theaters was some Avengers movie. I'm really not into sci-fi or Star Wars or whatever. 3 hours is insane. To think that you can capture people for that long and make them sit there is crazy. A couple years ago, I was visiting my best friend Jill in Eastern Idaho. Shout out to Jill. Love you. And we went to see the new Batman movie. Do you guys remember that Batman movie that came out with Robert Pattinson? It was like the darkest, creepiest movie in the entire world. We went to go see that. Well, I hated every second of it. It was the worst movie I've ever seen in my entire life. I would rather watch Blue's Clues for 3 hours. And I had to get up and take a walk. I literally got up and was like walking around the theater. I think I went outside for a second, probably for a smoke break. I just could not be sitting there anymore. It was also, it didn't help that it was like the worst movie ever. And it wasn't funny, and it was dark and sad and gross. But 3 hours of the Odyssey. They have a really couple 3 hours of the Odyssey. They have a couple really big names. Anne Hathaway, whom I love. Anne Hathaway is our queen. We love her. Tom Holland, such a cutie. Just a cute little short king, obsessed with him. He looks like he's 15. And then Zendaya, which are they actually married in real life? I keep seeing like all these AI weddings and stuff, and I don't really know if they're actual. If there's a real wedding photo of them, like please send it to me because I don't know if they have a real wedding photo, at least not one that I've seen. And yeah, I just think 3 hour movies are insane. I think it's crazy to think that I can sit there for that long. I think it's crazy. Not checking your phone for 3 hours. Are you serious? No. Do you know how much can happen in 3 hours? Okay, I'm not like addicted to my phone by any means. I mean, maybe like a little bit, but no phone for 3 hours is crazy. Like a lot can happen, and if people need to reach me, I want them to be able to. I just think that's insane. So I did respectfully decline. Also, 5:30 on a Friday. That's the middle of the afternoon. So no, I'm not gonna go to a 3 hour movie on a Friday. I don't think she ended up going either. I guess I could follow up with her. Sadie messaged me. Did you end up going to see that movie that looks low-key terrible? Okay. Also in the news this week is lettuce danger. All right. I guess the lettuce is contaminated. This happens all the time. Like, I understand that maybe this one's really bad, but doesn't the lettuce get contaminated like every other day? I don't know. I hear about lettuce being contaminated. I'm like, yeah, I know. Like it's always contaminated. My first thought is, I wish that was me. I wish that was me. But then I saw a reel and this girl was saying how she had it, like she had the confirmed case, and they wanted her to, okay, this is so gross. They wanted her to provide a sample for testing. And that's when I was like, okay, I'm out. Like, no, never mind. Getting, like, losing a couple of pounds is not worth it. I no longer want whatever this lettuce disease is going around. And like, whenever I travel, it can be really hard to like stay on track with eating and exercise. I was only able to exercise once while I was out there. We did do a lot of walking, but I was eating just like whatever was available because we just get so busy. You truly just like have to eat when you want to. And it makes you, or when you're able to. And I feel like it really makes you retain so much water. Also, not sleeping for a week straight made me retain water like crazy. And I get home and I go to my grandparents' house with Scully. And I was like, oh, well, I really need to like lose 3 pounds. I gained like 3 pounds while I was out there. And my grandpa goes, 3. And I go, 7. Like he knew that it was only 3 pounds. So then I hear about this lettuce disease going around, this lettuce bacteria. And I'm like, problem solved. I need to lose like 7 pounds anyway. Why don't I just go self contaminate with the lettuce? I don't really love Taco Bell. Like I love fast food Mexican, but I don't love Taco Bell. It all tastes the same to me. And I just like don't think it's that good. In a pinch, like, yeah, I'll eat it if I have to. But like, do I eat it? Is it my first choice? Never. Okay. And then, yeah, I saw that reel of that girl saying she had to provide a sample. And I was like, okay, I'm done. Like, no, I can't do it. And it really begs the question of like, do we really need GLP-1s? GLP-1s are everywhere, right? Everyone's on them. But like, do we need that when we could instead just every now and then like contaminate the lettuce? Question, do you guys think they did it on purpose? I'm just kidding. I'm not a conspiracy theorist. Like, actually, in the slightest, I think conspiracy theorists are like stupid. But it just with I'm very torn. It's like, do I want to get this lettuce disease and then not have to work to lose 5 to 7 pounds, but then like risk it progressing and things getting worse? Or do I want to just be disciplined and just lose that 5 to 7 pounds on my own that I know I need to lose? Like, I can just tell when I'm up a couple pounds. It's crazy. Like, I can tell when I'm exactly 151 pounds. I'm like, okay, great. I look so good. I feel so good. The second I get past 155, I can just immediately tell. And right now, I'm probably at like 158 or 159. Freaking, I can't even like say it, maybe 160. But like I just know, I can always tell. And I'm sure others can't tell, at least I sure hope not. But I can always tell like on myself. So I'll let you guys know what I decide, whether I decide to purposely get whatever this lettuce disease is. I know there's like a name for it. I don't remember what it's called. But I'll bite the bullet or whatever. Okay. Like I will do it if I have to. Okay. Okay. A new segment enters the villa. Okay, just kidding. I am not a Love Island person. But here's my new segment. Okay, it's going to be called For the Record. Okay, and how this is going to work is I'm going to say something, and I truly want it to be for the record. I want to be held accountable for. I mean, everything I say truly is like for the record, but this is going to be a very bold statement that I mean with my entire chest, that I mean fully. And this can come from trial and error because I'm going to say right off the bat, like I've made this mistake before. Okay, I'm also going to make a reel about this to further explain. Okay, for the record, I think that it goes against biology for women to ask out men first. I really do mean that. Here's why. When a woman ovulates, the egg ascends into the fallopian tubes and then it just sits there and hangs out. The egg just sits and looks pretty, probably puts on a spray tan, maybe crimps their hair, just like hangs out. Then when the sperm gets the opportunity to ascend into the fallopian tubes, there's like millions of them and they're racing. They're trying to get up there. They're trying to get to this egg. And the sperm that is able to get to the egg is not always the fastest or the slowest. It's actually the strongest. The strongest sperm that gets to the egg is the one chosen. And then the egg and the sperm collide or connect or whatever. And then it ascends into the uterus and then and then it's a baby. Did anything I just say, did the egg start looking for sperm at all? Like, did she do anything? No, she didn't. She literally just sat there and waited. Okay. And I'm not saying that women have to quite literally sit and wait, but I am saying I don't think that it's natural for women to ask out men first. And I've learned this from my own issues. Like every time I like initiate with a guy first or like try to make it known I kind of like him first, it just crashes and burns every single time. And I think it's because the power dynamic is off. I think that men need to be the ones to initiate. I think it makes them so proud to know that they did that. Okay, so let's say a guy is out with his friends and he sees this really cute girl that he wants to go talk to. Hey, I'm Matt. What's your name? Oh, hi, I'm Macy. Okay, cool. Do you come here a lot? Yeah, I come here with my friends every now and then. These are my friends. Okay, nice. Well, what do you do for a living? And then conversation starts. Let's say a couple things line up. Great. Then he's like, well, I'd love to get to know you more. Can I get your Instagram or can I get your phone number? Whatever it is. And then that man leaves so proud of himself. And he's like, look what I just did. Like, I talked to this girl. I went up to her, got her contact information. Hell, I'm going to start handing out my email, by the way, not my work email. I'm going to start handing out my personal email. I'll let you guys know how that goes. Um, and then she's like, oh my gosh, that guy came up to me. That was, that makes me feel so warm and fuzzy. Whatever. He got my contact information. I hope he gets back to me. I hope that he calls or texts or DMs me or emails me, whatever it is. I just think that when a girl asks out a guy first or like goes after him first, it demasculates them pretty quick. And it makes her feel like, well, I had to do this, otherwise he would have never asked me out. He would have never noticed me if I had not done this. And it just like it doesn't start the relationship off to the correct tune. Okay. So that is my, for the record, I'm saying that fully with my chest. And I really do believe that. And every single time that a guy has asked me out first, it's been such a better experience, such a better relationship. Like, I mean, I am single, so like clearly it hasn't like gone anywhere, but it's still been in general, a positive experience to begin with. I just think that they need to feel proud and that we need to feel like sought after. It just is. And I bring up the sperm and the egg because I think biology is trying to tell us something. Like the egg does not go searching for the sperm. The sperm has to go searching for the egg. And there might be millions of other sperm. Well, guess what? She's not going to give them attention. Okay. The egg does not start talking to all of them. She literally just sits there and is like, okay, well, the strongest one will get through. Maybe the other ones try and like say hi, but maybe she can tell, based on a couple lifestyle choices that maybe like that's just not the one for her and that's fine. But I truly think that it is up to biology. And I know that men like are, I talked to a friend of mine and he just said that men are feeling really discouraged these days about asking women out, that they keep getting played. And I get that. I really do. And I feel like it goes the same for women. Women feel the same way, constantly getting played, whatever it is. But I think that getting played a couple times is worth when it does work out with someone to start your relationship off on the right note. Also, I know that I talk a lot about dating on I Don't Care Anyway. But like that's the a phase of life that I'm in. There are podcasts dedicated to being a mom, to being a professional, to sports, to health and wellness, to nutrition. There's podcasts dedicated to a lot of things. And I'm not just trying to only talk about dating. A lot of this is about like finding yourself, especially for women. My audience is like 92% women. But that's just the phase of life I'm in. So I have a lot of different insight to that because that's what's always happening to me. So if you're like, well, you talk about dating almost every episode. Yeah, that's what's current. Okay, that's what's on the forefront of my mind. It's not like it's the only thing I focus on, but it makes for the most interesting stories. Okay. Okay, that was for the record. Next segment is called Notes app, where I read something from my Notes app and then fully explain myself. Now, this one is from September 1st of 2025. So less than a year ago. We're coming up on 1 year of this note being made. I remember making this note. Let's just get right into it. It says cosmetic things to get done when I have money and before I get married again. Both of these items are stupid. Well, when I have money and before I get married again. Okay, there's 3 things on this list. Number number 1, boob job. Number 2, skin pinch from my under eyes. Number 3, Brazilian laser hair removal. It's crazy actually that this is the note that I chose for today because I was walking Scully this morning and I randomly thought, I'm just going to get laser hair removal. I'm sick of waxing every 5 weeks. So I called this place in town that I had spoken to before and bought a package for laser hair removal. So I'm so excited. I'm starting that at the very beginning of August. And they gave me like a couple areas for free, which is crazy. So I get the full Brazilian, which always wanted, so I'm so pumped. And then my underarms, and then a couple pieces on my face too. So that's super cool. I thought it was such a good deal. I'm gonna plug them really fast. It was Laser Away. Like I just they're in town. I know they're super reputable and they have like a million locations. So I'm so excited. Okay. But okay. That's just like an exciting thing happening. Let me pull this back quite a bit though. It says cosmetic things to get done when I have money. Let's skip over that. Okay. I did not finance this laser hair removal. That would be insane. I did pay in cash. And before I get married. Okay. I hate the whole, oh, when I get married, I'll do this mindset. I was in Texas with my girlfriend, Callista. Callista, shout out to you. You're the best. And she was talking about her living situation, what she wants to do, what some of her goals are. And she was talking about buying a house. And I was like, hell yeah, girl, buy a house. And she goes, well, I just kind of want to do that when I'm married, like blah, blah, blah. And I was like, girl, stop. And I will tell this to any woman. Stop saying when I get married. I'll do this when I get married. Here's the thing. You have no idea when that will be. Also, that's not promised. You're not promised a husband. You're not promised kids. Like, that's just kind of the hard reality. And like, why are you waiting to do that when you get married? I understand maybe wanting to wait so that you have two incomes on it and that then when you get married, you don't have to like sell one house or add him to it. Maybe he has a house, you have to pick one to live in. I completely get that. But there's truly no cons to buying your own house right now. So I hate this note, and I hate that less than a year ago I had this mentality that I needed to wait to do things or that I had to do something before I got married or like the opposite of that. So I like that these things say to get done when I'm getting married. Why am I basing things off of an arbitrary timeline? We talked about this like 2 or 3 episodes ago to stop waiting and to stop basing everything off of timelines that you have no idea when they exist. You have no idea. There's like if I've learned anything, is that like nothing's promised. And you cannot work on arbitrary timelines that you don't or you do or do not know if they are there. So this note app was a little bit of a wake up call. Also, okay, you guys know that TikTok sound, or maybe, oh my gosh, maybe it's a Vine. I think it's possible that what I'm about to say is from Vine. I can't remember. I was a huge Vine fan back in the day. I can quote so many of them. Hurricane Katrina, more like Hurricane Tortilla. I thought I'm a lesbian. I thought you were American. Like I know Vine so well. Okay. But I have since decided against getting my boobs done. I don't want a breast augmentation anymore. And this was like such character growth for me because I talked myself out of it. No one talked me out of it. I decided I wanted one. I did a couple consultations and then I decided on my own that I didn't want it. And the sound that plays in my head is, she looks like every other bitch. Like, and it's okay. I am not anti boob job in the slightest. Okay. If you have your boobs done or you're going to, that is actually so awesome. I'm so happy for you. But they are really making the rounds right now, aren't they? These plastic surgeons, I mean, they got to compete and they got to do a good job and they're very busy. Good for them. I just feel like everybody and their dog is getting a boob job right now. And that's like why I don't want one because everyone else is getting one. Like, I know that probably sounds insane, but like literally the reason I don't want a boob job is because like everyone else is getting one. But also, I just know that the second I get a boob job, I'm gonna get married and have kids. And then I'll be able to enjoy the fake boobs for like maybe a year because when I do get married again, I want to have kids right away. So like, why would I get my boobs done? Like, I'll be pregnant within a year of getting them done, and then they're completely wasted. And then I know I will regret it. Now, I know this is maybe contrary to what I just said about waiting on arbitrary timelines, but also I just don't want to get them done because I do feel like a little bit young for that. Now, I also kind of want to get them done because I gained 100 pounds and then lost 100 pounds. So I'm just like not a fan of the way they look in the slightest, actually. But I just don't think that it is on my path right now, if you will. I just don't think it's something that I want to do right now. I don't think it's something I should be spending money on. I just don't think it's something that I should be doing. I mean, I guess I could change my mind and maybe I will, but highly, highly unlikely. I just kind of decided It's not for me. And then the skin pinch under the eyes, that was item number 2 of things I wanted to get done. I'm too young to get that done. I asked the plastic surgeon because I was talking to the same plastic surgeon that I did my breast augmentation consult with, and he was like, "Oh, you're way too young. I would never do a skin pinch under the eyes on you." And he said PRP or PRF, which is where they take your blood, spin it, take the plasma, and inject it into your under eyes, or just using really good eye creams would fix the I felt like my under eyes were hollow, and I feel like now they're not anymore, so I'm so glad I did not do that, but I also appreciated his honesty in telling me that I was too young to be getting a skin pinch done. So I'm very happy with that. Also, Jessie from Secret Lives and Mormon Wives, she got a skin pinch done, and she did not like it, or maybe that was on her nose. Anyway, I don't watch that show because I think it is absolute garbage. Sorry. I think it sucks. Um, but I did see that on social media that she like had done some plastic surgery and regretted it. And one of the procedures that she regretted is something that I wanted to get done. So I'm not going to be doing that either. But the laser hair removal is so incredibly worth it. So I'm so pumped. So I'm going to start that in August. And then by next summer, I'll have completed all the treatments and I will be good to go. I will be good to go. No longer going to waxing appointments, no longer having to wait for the grow back period. It's so annoying. It is not, it's, I've literally been waxing for like 10 years. I started in high school, probably right around the age of 18, and I'm 28. So I've been waxing for exactly 10 years. That's insane. And I should have done laser removal a long time ago. So this morning I just randomly decided it was time. So I'm so pumped about that. But if you want to get your boobs done, like more power to you. I'm just saying you will look like every other bitch. That's fine. That's fine. More power to you. Okay, today's topic, let's finally get into it. Now, I posted some stuff earlier this week that said how to be a nonchalant baddie. That was the caption. But then the photos that went along with it said he wants a nonchalant baddie, but I'm actually Crazy Steve. He wants a nonchalant baddie, but I'm actually Jackson Rod Stewart. Now, what are those? And then there's like, there's quite a bit more. Now, what do those people have in common? They are not nonchalant in the slightest. So this episode is kind of a psych. Okay, sorry. I didn't mean to lie to you guys, but it is kind of a psych. How to be a nonchalant baddie. Here is the answer. Don't be one. Don't be a nonchalant baddie. I have never been nonchalant in my life. I've always been bold. And I'm not saying that you need to be just like me, but everybody can have their own way of being bold. Okay, also, like, I want to say the opposite of nonchalant is chalant. I don't think that's true. I could be wrong. But I don't think that chalant is a word. I think nonchalant is like on its own. And then the opposite of nonchalant is bold, out there, whatever you want to say. So now we're going to run through ways of how to not be nonchalant. Okay. And in the caption of that Instagram post, I put in parentheses, non, and then I put chalant, trying to kind of hint at what I was trying to say, which was don't be a nonchalant baddie. I can't stand it. I can't stand nonchalant. Now, if that's your true personality, that is so great. And like be as nonchalant as you want. But personally, my brand, not nonchalant in the slightest. So if that's what you like, if that's what you want to know more about, I mean, that's what we're here to do. So, and we're going to get more into kind of being your own brand and what things are for you at the end. It's going to be my favorite part, actually. I'm very excited. Okay. Number 1, be loud about the things that you want to be loud about. Maybe it's your political beliefs. Maybe it's your job. Maybe for me, it's a lot about my opinions on dating. I mean, I talk about that so much. Your opinions about the world, about world affairs, about literally anything. Maybe it's about gardening, about anything. I want you to be loud about the things that you want to be loud about the things that you care about, whatever it is. You know what you care about, you know what you're passionate about, so be loud about it. You don't have to start a podcast about it, although I would encourage it. I think it's so much fun. Um, but you do not have to be quiet about the things that you love doing and the things that make you who you are, just because you feel like you need to be mysterious or that you need to be nonchalant. I have always wanted to be kind of mysterious, or I just kind of like, I like the people where it's like, this person's kind of a wild card. Like, I don't really know them. I don't really know what's going on with them or like what's ticking in there, like in their brain. And I would love to be mysterious, but it is truly not in my DNA to be mysterious. Like, I just can't be. Um, I could try. It just like would not go well. I've never been mysterious in my life and I never will be. And that's okay. I don't want to be. If everybody was mysterious, then like, w- w- like who would you be besties with? So like, don't if you're not mysterious, then like you don't need to be. If you've already set that precedent, that's fine. The second you decide you don't want to be mysterious anymore, don't be mysterious anymore. Okay, next thing. Be proud of the things that you do. If you do some really cool stuff and you're like, well, I just like don't want to brag. I just like don't need to blah blah blah. No, no, no. Please brag. Please brag. I want to hear about it. I want to hype you up on social media. I want to introduce you and be like, oh my gosh, this is my friend and she just did this. Or this is my friend and he just or I want to repost you and be like, oh my gosh, look, this is my friend and this is what she just did. So be proud of the things that you want to be proud about. There's no reason that you need to be hiding those things. Now, obviously, there's something to be said for being humble. Like, that's great. But I'm not saying you need to go out there and start acting like you're better than everybody else. I just want you to be proud of the things that you are proud about, and sometimes it can take a little bit of time. I am going to do a full divorce recap on here soon. I don't know when. Just know that it is on the way. And I am truly proud of the situation that I left. I'm proud of the things that I endured and the things that I learned and the way that I handled it on the way out. To be honest, I really am. It's really interesting when things like that happen, knives come out and you truly see who someone really is. And I look back and I was very, very, very cordial at that time. Sometimes I regret it. I'm like, I should have been more of a psychopath at that time. But I'm glad I didn't. It's okay. But whatever it is, whatever it is that you're proud about, I want you to be more proud of it, to be public with it. If it's something you want to be public with, it's okay to like be more private. I just mean, if you're not telling people the things that you're so proud about yourself of, stop being chalant. We're going to make that up. Or wait, no, stop being nonchalant and be bold and be proud of the things that you're proud of yourself that you do. Okay, these next couple are like kind of a joke, but kind of not. Like, I actually think that they're serious. I like sending voice memos and leaving voicemails. If someone does not answer my call and it's like someone I really trust, I will leave you a very unhinged voicemail. In fact, if you know me, like call me and I'll purposely, or like I will call you and like purposely miss my call so that I can leave you a voicemail. On FaceTime, if you call someone, it's like record a video message for them. Sadie, my younger sister, knows this. Like, I will leave you an unhinged voice memo, 100%. I will send you a video of me screaming at you on voice memos, which I love so much. Me and Jill send voice memos back like 1,000 times a day, which, you know what? Jill is overdue for a voice memo from me. I need to send her one. I sent her some photos and stuff from my trip, but I need to send her a voice memo to like fully recap her on all of that. And I'll go on for 7 minutes. Send a 7-minute voice memo explaining every single thing that you ate that day. Like, just I don't know, like, I just simply cannot be nonchalant, so it's, like, such second nature to me to just say everything on my mind, say whatever I wanna do, and just kinda go crazy with it, but, leave crazy voicemails, leave crazy voice memos screaming at certain people. I mean, people you love and people you trust, like, maybe not people that you don't like, but actually, no, maybe more to people you don't like, explaining why you don't like them. Like, that's fine. Explain why you don't like them. Okay, my next one is always be overdressed. I was thinking about this just the other day, and Ariel and I were 100% overdressed for our high school reunion. And I still don't regret it. We were like really overdressed when I really think back. I think if I had just worn different shoes, I wouldn't have been so overdressed. I would have just been like mediumly overdressed. But the shoes I wore with my outfit, I was like, okay, yeah, like this is a little much, but it's okay. Um, Always be overdressed. I think it's better to be overdressed than underdressed. Some people will disagree with that, but I'm gonna start making it a habit to constantly be overdressed. I don't care what it is that we're doing. I have always felt better being overdressed than underdressed. Um, Start wearing all the fancy stuff that you want to wear. You know what I have a terrible habit of? I was just thinking about this. Actually, this pisses me off so bad. Like, I will buy really cute clothes with nothing to wear them to. And then all of a sudden it's been like 2 years and I have this really cute dress and I have never worn it. Oh, it just makes me so mad. Like, I have such cute stuff and some of it I've never worn. And some of that is because I haven't had the occasion to wear it to. And then the other is because I just like won't be bold enough to wear it. Like, I just won't find a reason to wear it. I don't know. It really bugs me. And I need to start wearing all the cute stuff that I bought because like what good is it doing sitting in my closet not being worn? Literally none. So start going just about everywhere you can overdressed with your hair done, with your makeup done too. Okay, next one. Recognize the second someone starts to dull your spark. So cheesy. They were dulling my spark. Okay, but people will do that to you. They absolutely will. And you can do this by they're not accepting the things that you do and they want you to do everything the way that they do it. Obviously, this relates to dating a lot, but this could also relate back to friends quite a bit. I talked about this, gosh, when was it? Episode 4, I think, where I talked about how every man I've ever dated tries so hard to get me to like steak. So hard. Do you guys know how many times I've tried steak? Like 110. Okay. I don't like it. Stop trying to get me to like steak. I am happy with my Caesar salad and Diet Coke and sweet potato fries, or if I don't have sweet potato, Parmesan truffle fries. Like, I'm so happy with what I'm getting. And every time they just want me to like steak so badly, and it drives me insane. I'm not going to like it. Okay. I'm not going to force you to go to Legree every day and to eat Greek yogurt every morning. I'm not going to force you to drink my green juice every day. If you would like to drink my green juice, I will make you some 100%, keep it in the house for you. And you're welcome to partake of green juice anytime you want. If you want to do it, stop trying to make me into you. Just like let me be who I am. I had a guy I was dating one time. This is like probably 2 years ago. He told me that I needed to like change the way I speak. It's crazy. I was like, have you lost your mind? No. Then he tried to tell me that he didn't like the way I dressed and that I needed to be a bit more athletic. Like I needed to wear a lot more joggers and like basketball. Like, you know, those sweatpants have like the stripes on the side. I always think of those as basketball pants. Those are cute, but like that's not really my style. You know? I mean, I don't even know if I have any joggers anymore. I don't I I don't know. So like why are you trying to get me to become you or be in this like if someone is doling you and kind of what makes you you, I mean, it's also on them because like they need to go find someone that's different. If they're constantly trying to change you, they don't love you for you and you don't really need to be around that anymore. Like, why are you trying changing the way someone dresses is crazy. I mean, unless they're literally always just like a homeless person, which I highly doubt that's the case. Unless they are, like, there's no reason that you need to be constantly encouraging someone to change the way they dress or be letting someone else tell you that you should dress a certain way. Or trying to get you to try new jewelry. Like, for example, I only wear gold. And if some guy was like, you need to start wearing silver or rose gold, I would be like, no. Have you lost your mind? No. And this isn't to say that I'm selfish or like that I can't be adaptable. This is simply about who you are. And you need to let people be who they are, and they need to let you be who you are. And like, you know, if it comes to, for example, like worldview and political beliefs, I think it's really cool to have discussions about that and to maybe see someone's side on certain things. Again, that's kind of not what we're talking about here. It's all the way down to kind of just like your genetic makeup and the things that you do just instinctually. Even if some guy was like, hey, like I want you to stop the podcast if you're gonna be with me. I'd be like, hey, pack sand then. Bye. You want me to tell you to like quit your hobbies and like say you can't go golfing anymore? Which I will do if you're trying to tell me that I can't do the things that I love and that I can't do the things that I want to do that are truly like harmless and not gonna hurt you. I would say another one is like, oh, okay, I love it when a guy fully, what's the word? Supports me being crazy about Scully. I understand I'm a lot about my dog. Him and I do photo shoots every year. He sleeps directly next to me. And if someone was in my bed, which they're not, he would be on, Scully would be in between us. And like, I'm not changing that about him. You know, Scully runs my entire life. I have to be home to feed him. I have to get up at certain times to feed him breakfast. I mean, I'm always up by 9, but still, like I adapt my life a lot to him and I love it. I'm not going to change that. You know, he likes to do a lot of walks. He's not satisfied just like going to the bathroom and coming back inside. He wants to go on walks. So I take him on walks. And he is my entire life. I don't have children yet, so that's just the way it is. And I've had a couple guys be very, very turned off by it. I've had a couple guys like really lean into it. And the ones that lean into it are generally around quite a bit longer. And I tend to be just a little bit nicer to them. Like, I love my dog so much. Like, truly telling me to like chill out with Scully, or that I need to like, what did he say? What did this one guy say? He's like, yeah, you need to like really chill out about that. I was like, oh, telling me to change something about myself. Cool. Yeah, we're off to a really good start, buddy. No, Scully is a part of my spark. He's a part of my brand. He's a part of who I am. He has been around through everything. I've had him since 2019. He has been through every single major trial in my life, and you haven't been. So Scully comes first. That's for sure. And any guy that understands that Scully comes first, I promise eventually that he'll be first. Does that make sense? Like, if he can recognize that, things will go better for him in the long run with me. I actually like don't care at all if I sound insane. Again, be exactly who you want to be. If you want to be obsessed with your dog, be obsessed with your dog. If you want to be obsessed with your cat and do photo shoots with your cat, I think that's kind of weird, but I also think it's hilarious and I will hype you up about it. My coworkers and I just like all we talked about all weekend long was hot dogs, and um now people keep sending me hot dog memes and I love it. I'm obsessed. That and cigarettes. And people now know that like that's me, that's my joke, that's my brand, and like bring it towards me. And I'm obsessed. It makes me so happy. Okay. Here is my final point of how to not be a nonchalant baddie. I want you to understand that if you are for everyone, then you are for no one. This can apply to anything. When you're dating, you should not be for everybody. This podcast will not be for everybody. I'm okay with that. When I started this podcast, my brothers were like, well, who's this podcast even for? And I said, oh, it's going to be for mostly women, mostly my age, young professionals, or they're married, or they're dating, or they're moms, or all the above, whatever. And they're like, wow, that's going to be like a really niche group, don't you think? And I was like, yeah, that's the whole point. I don't want to be for everybody. And this can apply, this truly applies overall. I want to be everybody's friend, and I want to be friendly, and I want to be loving to everybody, but like not everybody is going to be my bestie, and that's okay. Every guy I go out is not going to like me like that. A lot of guys are going to say, wow, she's a lot. And that's okay. I don't know. It's not that I don't want to be with him, but it's like, okay, that's fine of you to say that. You're entitled to be like, yeah, she's a lot. I don't necessarily want to date her. Great. Move on. I will do the same. And it's fine. If you are for everybody, you're for no one. It is okay to narrow down and to make that niche group, whether it is followers, friends, dates, whatever. It doesn't matter to me. I don't want to be for everybody. And I think that if I am for everybody, it means that I'm constantly being a chameleon and that I'm always blending into the people around me. A lot of people will not like things that I believe in, or the things that I stand for, or how loud I am, or the things that I talk about. And that's fine. Go find the people that you are okay with that with. Go find the people that like all of your super strong opinions. You don't need to hush them or change them depending on who you're dating, who you're with, who you're around. I'm not talking about like not having any situational awareness, but again, if you're for everybody, you're for no one. And I stand by that. I don't want to be for everybody. I've never have been, and I never will be. Okay. And then my last point is it is so important to realize that being lonely in your own Okay, and then for my last point, it is so much better to be in your own company than to be lonely in someone else's. Okay, that was so profound. Let's repeat it. It is better to be in your own company than to be lonely in someone else's. If there is someone that you cannot be yourself around, that you cannot be the bold baddie that you want to be in front of, it is better. You are better off being by yourself. You are better off being in your own company, where you know that the things you say are not going to be constantly torn down or judged or told to change, or you should really not be saying that, things like that. You're better off being by yourself. Truly. And I've learned that so many times on and off again. And, being lonely in someone else's company is somehow so much more lonely than actually being by yourself. Being lonely with someone else, I mean, it is the worst. It's, you get to that point where you're like, I wish I was by myself. I wish I was alone in this situation because I would be better off. And the second you feel someone kind of start to diminish that, you don't need to give up on them immediately, but maybe just say, hey, look, like I'm gonna be who I am. And if you're not okay with that, that's fine. But I'm not gonna change these things that are fundamentally me just because you don't like it. you know? I have a friend, she's so funny, I love her. Everywhere we go, she brings up theological debates with everybody. I'm not kidding. Everywhere we go, she brings up politics. And I mean, she'll bring up heavy topics. And I'm like, girl, we're at a bar. What are you doing? Oh no, the people around her dig it, actually. I was shocked. A couple weeks ago, we were out and she starts bringing up like being crunchy and theology and laws. And I was like, oh my gosh, what are you doing? We're at a bar. Oh no, the guys that were there were so into it, and I just remember thinking, I was just being the person that was dulling someone else's spark. That's who she is. She goes out and she has those conversations with people at a bar on Saturday night at 11:30 PM, and I respect it. I respect her for it, and it immediately taught me, okay, this is a perfect example. Everyone does it, and she is so unapologetically herself. She is so bold. She is not nonchalant about her beliefs, and we can all learn exactly from that. Thank you guys so much for joining me on today's episode of I Don't Care Anyway, where we hear way too much or not at all. Happy Tuesday. Bye.
I keep talking. You can start walking.